Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedule this evening to hear about an incredible opportunity. You know, you were probably personally invited by someone who looks at you as a really, really sharp individual because we told each one of us that's on this call to make sure they invited the sharpest people they knew because they knew that these people would catch the vision of what we're going to share with you tonight. This information is life-changing and is so important that we wanted to make sure that we captured the attention of certain kind of people who like to win, people who recognize significant opportunities when they are presented to them, and people who get things done. And so I have the pleasure of being your host tonight. My name is Verdita Monk. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia. And my husband and I have worked really hard to help this company spread the vision and expand the opportunity to over 75 countries. That's how huge this is that we're about to talk about and how significant. So we've made it a priority to share it with people like you. And so I am going to share a presentation with you that will explain all about it. And I promise you that when it's over with, you're going to be incredibly impressed. And so what I want to start out by doing is asking you this question right here that you see in front of you. Have you been patched yet? You see, if you've not been patched, you really don't have the same excitement that we do on this call because we've all been patched. And I have a little patch right here on my wrist, just so that I can remember that I have it on. And every time I look at it, I get real excited because I know that when I'm wearing this patch, my body is being elevated, it's being regenerated. And see, this patch is so powerful that it does something that no one said could be done before. What happens when you wear this patch is the light of your body reflects off of the crystals that are right here in the middle of this patch. And when that happens, the copper peptides, the specific one I'm referring to is called GHK copper peptide. And it's known for, that copper peptide is known for being able to reactivate stem cells in our bodies. Here's the problem with that theory is that although it was possible, no one made it happen. And so I'm about to introduce you to someone who made it happen. We are so blessed to be partnered with this individual, David Schmidt, who is a scientist and he's an inventor, but he happens to be the CEO of our company. And he has over 180 patents. We really consider him a genius. And so, you know, when he started doing this type of research, it was over 20 years ago. He was commissioned by the federal government for a project that the Navy SEALs were working on. And if everyone could just mute their mics because I hear some background noise as I'm trying to speak. I apologize. This is being recorded. Yolanda, please mute yourself. Thank you. And so there's another person as well. So he's dedicated his time to specializing in age reversal. And as a result of that, took him 10 years to develop this X39 patch that we're talking about, and over $4.5 million. See, case studies were done all over the world. And with that, out of those case studies, a lot of results came to surface. And that's why we're so confident that the patch is as strong as it is, because it is patented. Those case studies allowed us to have this patch patented. So that simply means that no one else can market this product except for David Schmidt's company, LifeWave, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment. But I'm going to read something directly from the patent itself. It says the embodiments that are in this patch as a result of elevating copper peptide. Remember, I told you about the GHK copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements of energy, and elevation of antioxidants. I mean, you guys, it says it right here in the patent that when you put this patch on, it is going to reactivate the stem cells in your body. Why is that insignificant? See, by the time we're age 30, the stem cells, which is the structural you know, our body is made up of stem cells, and the structural component of our body that helps it heal itself are stem cells. We have stem cells in our heart, our lungs, our kidney, all of our organs have their own stem cells. Our hair, our nails, everything is made out of stem cells. But by the time we get to be age 30, half of them go dormant. And by the time we're age 60, almost all of them become dormant. And that's why it's so significant to have something to help you heal yourself. And so many people turn to something called stem cell injections. You may have heard of them, I don't know, but a stem cell injection is used when doctors can't think of anything else. They've exhausted all other options. They don't know what to do to help you. You may be in a crisis situation. Your body's in a chronic state, and you would do anything to get it back to normal. Do you know that injections are not covered by insurance? They're very expensive. They can be $5,000, $10,000. We have a lady on the phone right now who was about to get stem cell injections, but she told her doctor about this patch, and the doctor is now marketing this patch. That's how much that even her doctor believes in it. And so when people can't afford to get the patch, 30% of the time they say that it's not effective. And so therefore people have wasted their money. And so we're excited that we have another alternative, which is this patch that I'm wearing right here. Now, how does this patch work? Well, it's a proprietary form of phototherapy. Phototherapy is just a fancy word for what happens, like, for example, when you go out into the sun. When you go out into the sun elevates vitamin D in your body. I know you've heard of that, but no, just think about this. Do you see vitamin D floating around in the air? No, but yet your body takes on a process called phototherapy or photobiomodulation, which means your body reflects off of the light of that sun and it elevates the vitamin D. That's the same thing happens when you put the patch on. The light of your body reflects off of these crystals, elevating the copper peptide, in turn, reactivating your stem cells. And so this is, once again, this is a patented nanocrystal technology, reflects light to activate. It's non-transdermal. There's nothing going into your body. This is all light, you guys. No drugs or chemicals. It's not going to interfere with medication. It's not going to interfere with any illnesses that you have. It's non-invasive, none of that. But what we want to make clear is that these products, LifeWave products, are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. And so, you know, it's just your body healing itself. Now, when they did the case studies, these are some of the benefits that people noticed, and many of us have noticed increased strength. You know, especially as we get older, we're not as strong as we used to be. You know, older people, you notice they can't hardly pick things up. So that strength is very important. Reduced inflammation. Do you know that inflammation can be anywhere in your body? It could be in your brain. It could be in your joints. And that inflammation is supposed to, you know, our bodies produce inflammation to help us heal ourselves. The problem is that we don't have enough stem cells to let it do what it's supposed to do. Therefore, the inflammation turns into a problem. And we need to reduce that inflammation. And then also increase stamina, stamina to keep you going, energy and vitality, mental clarity. I tell you, I don't know what I would do if it weren't for this patch, because I have so many different projects that I work on. I'm an interior designer. I have a lot of clients. Some of them are really big projects. And, you know, can you just imagine trying to compartmentalize all of that stuff? And as soon as I started wearing this patch, I felt much more confident that I could capture and do all the things I needed to do in a day. So that mental clarity is huge, and many people experience that. It restored, in these case studies, it restored the muscular and skeletal conditions. People that had osteoporosis and their bones were not as dense as they were, they became brittle. You don't want to fall if you have brittle bones, because as you're older, it's going to be harder and harder to repair themselves. Okay, takes months to get a broken bone back to its you know, normal condition. Improves your sleep. I'm telling you, you're going to sleep like a baby. That's what most people experience, and many times on the very first night. I know that I did. But let me tell you how it improved my husband's sleep. See, my husband was what you call a chronic snorer. He choked and coughed all night, every night. And this got worse over a period of 10 years, to the extent till about 3 months before we started wearing this patch, was November of last year in 2022. That's when he started wearing the patch. And the very first night, my husband stopped snoring. Now, keep in mind, everybody doesn't have that, what we call a one patch wonder. But in his case, that's what happened. And I am so glad. And that's kind of what got our attention, because who would imagine a patch, helping you to stop snoring? Improve skin appearance. Many of us are experiencing improvements in our skin. The collagen is building up. The wrinkles are going away. And so what our goal here is to achieve optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, you guys. But once again, these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, okay? Now, here's the results based on the case study. And this is documented on a site called thisisit.info.com. You can go to that site and read about all the case studies. There's doctors' reviews on there. And here's what happened in the case studies. The first few days, the 4,000 genes begin to reset. You can count on 4,000 genes beginning to reset in your body in just a few days. You see, if you're ever familiar with what people say about red wine, and there's an ingredient in there called resveratrol. Resveratrol is said to reset your genes, but they only reset 2, okay? Whereas this patch resets about 4,000. That's a big difference. And all you got to do is stick this on. You don't even have to drink a glass of wine, even though you might want to anyway. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. See, people that have PTSD, maybe dementia, they're just forgetting things, brain fog and things like that. All of that is contributed to their brains not being balanced. And so within 6 weeks, people's brains became balanced. They probably had inflammation in their brains. Okay, within 3 months, the collagen begins to increase. People started seeing their hair coming back thicker. People who had gray hair started turning the black or the brown or whatever the original color was. People's wrinkles started going away within 3 months. Within 6 months, the heart began to reverse in age. Now, I want to tell you a story about a person who really demonstrates what we mean when we say the heart reverses in age. I met a lady in Atlanta about a year ago, and she told us that she had a test that measures your vascular age. That's the age of your heart. And when they came back and told her that now this is a 73-year-old woman, and they told her that her heart was at the age of 35. They said, well, we need to recalibrate the machine because it's not working right. And she says, no, that machine is working right, because it told them that she was 35. And they say that for every 6 months that you wear the patch, your heart reverses by 8 years. That means you're going to have a younger heart for a longer period of time. Don't you want your heart to be really healthy and youthful like a little child? And that's what we're experiencing. This is why this is so significant. So David Schmidt, he says this is not anti-aging, this is age reversal. Now, how do you wear the patch? Literally, you can wear this patch anywhere on your body. Like I got it on my wrist. I literally also have one on my neck. I just put it on my wrist because I want you to see it, and I want it to I like other people to see it as well. I like to show it off. So you can wear this anywhere, and in this diagram, it shows to wear it behind your neck or below the belly button. This is because there were case studies done that, and they wanted to be consistent in the case studies. And that's the reason it's diagrammed like this. But you just wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. If you start at 8 o'clock in the morning, take it off at 8 p.m. at night so your body can repair and rejuvenate. But you definitely want to put another patch, a brand new patch, because the patch comes in a beautiful packaging like this, and there's 30 patches inside this envelope. You just put a new one on every day, and then you start. And so now here's the key. You definitely want to drink plenty of water, because this patch is going to get the toxins out of your body. It begins to work immediately. And so we're talking about energy flowing. Energy is going to flow much faster and more efficiently if you are hydrated. If you're having a problem getting hydrated, you need to drink some electrolytes or something. or some Celsius, a Celtic sea salt, put a couple of the crystals on your tongue to make your body more hydrated. That's very, very important, okay? Because we want everybody to get the best benefits out of this. Now, this patch is so sophisticated, you guys. And I mean, I know I don't want to just sound so scientific all the time, even though we have quantum physicist is called. I mean, that kind of person is you know, they like this kind of stuff. But the average person, you know, all these things, all these terms I'm using may sound really sophisticated, but guess what? The testimonies don't lie. The testimonies that we have make this very real. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to share a couple of testimonies with you. Okay. Okay, this is not doing what I wanted to do. Let me try again. I hope I can do this. Okay. I want to share a testimony with you of a lady out of Houston, Texas. She could not be with us live tonight, so I'm just going to play her testimony for you. 1 second, I've got to do something else. This is technology and this is live, you guys, so I apologize. There we go.
Lester, and thank you for having us to join you tonight. My husband Richard and I began using the stem cell patch on August the 20th. So today is day 17 of using the patch, and we have really had some success with it. Everyone is different, and my testimony may not be yours, but it has proven itself to us. The first thing that I noticed, the very first day that I used the patch, that day that I put the patch on, I didn't have any hot flashes, and I have had hot flashes since I was 37 years old, and I'm 63 now, and they were very bad, day and night. And now I very seldom have them. The first day I didn't have any. The second day I think I had 2, and maybe 2 the next day. I think I had, if I recall today, I've had 1, and they're very mild. So it is really changing my hot flashes, and I'm so grateful for that. The other thing, I had neuropathy in my right foot, and I've had it for years, where my right foot is always cold, and it's cold in the bones. It feels like it's cold in the bones, and it's so annoying and aggravating. And I just happened to notice a few nights ago that it wasn't cold. My husband asked me about my foot because I'm always talking about how cold it is. And it wasn't cold, and it hasn't been. So the neuropathy in my foot has subsided. Carpal tunnel syndrome in both hands that I've had for over 25 years, and in my elbow. I'm not having any carpal tunnel pain at all since using the patch. Tinnitus in my ears. It sounds like water's running in my ears all the time. And this started about 5 years ago. And now it's very minimal sound in my ears. I can see that it is going away. And just recently, I think it was on Sunday, I had shared with Richard that I have these, I don't know, these little bumps that just come on my left foot. And I've been seeing a dermatologist, and she told me, oh, it's just with aging. And she gave me some ointment to use, and I'll use the ointment for about 2 weeks, and then they'll go away. Well, prior to using the patch, one of the little bumps came on my foot, and I just started putting ointment on it. And then after I started using the patch, it was just gone. And I happened to notice it was gone. And it didn't leave a scar. It didn't leave it's not discolored as it has been in the past. It's just the weirdest thing, was just gone. So those are a couple of things that I have noticed that's going on with me. And I am just so grateful. My skin, Lester's right about the skin. My skin is totally changing. I do not have any makeup on, and my skin is just, it feels so good. It's the color, it's bright. I feel vibrant, and my skin just glows. And I normally have oily skin. I don't have oily skin anymore. So I am just grateful for what it's doing for me. And then Richard can share a little bit.
Good evening, everyone. I want to tell you that I told my wife a long time ago that she was so pretty that she really didn't need makeup, but she wouldn't listen to me, Lester. So, but anyhow, you know, she's getting the results, and I'm happy about that. As far as myself, I've had enlarged prostate for years, many years, and it just comes and goes. But I've had them so bad to where you know I've had to go to the bathroom uh, on every hour on hour for a few times. But for the most part, 5 or 6 times a night is normal for me. But since we started the patch the very same day on the 20th of last month, and I'm down to 2 days. It's three for a little bit, but I think that might have been me because I didn't stop my intake of water, you know, early enough. So it took me a couple of days extra, but I mean a couple of times extra. But I'm down to 2, and as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, it was 1 last couple of nights. But I'm happy with 1 or 2 or 3. It doesn't matter. It's so much better than it was. So I'm real happy with it. And again, I'm happy that my wife is so much better.
Can you?
All right. And I have, let me just say this. I hope you caught the fact that there were so many things. This one couple, I think this was about a 3-week period of time. Everything from hot flashes. Think about this. If you go to the doctor and they try to treat you for hot flashes, many times they're not able to help you. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't help everybody, but people that have all the resources in the world were not able to eliminate hot flashes. This lady had hot flashes for almost 30 years. Can you just imagine how this has changed her life? Also, the neuropathy in her foot. That was going on for years as well. Her husband with the prostate, you see, the doctor can treat you for one thing, but it does not treat you for the other. That's the beauty of the X39, is helping with a variety of things. Okay, variety of things. One little tiny patch does all of that. Can you imagine? I'm going to try to share one more video, a testimony. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Oh my God, y'all, please forgive me. Let me see. Okay, I have one more testimony that I want to share, and this is a doctor. This is a doctor.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Virginia Christ. I'm relatively new to the X39, but I was just 2 inches away from having a knee surgery. So I was stooped over. I am an old lady, but I was really, I was with the walker, and I was like having this knee, carrying myself very tenderly with this knee. It was in incredulous pain. And I had the walker, you know, so I was moving slow, and my, it was awful. Yeah. And I was dreading that knee surgery because I already had one on this knee. So I knew I was in for a long year. And 2 weeks before I was having that surgery, a friend, he's in here, Dr. Brad Whitman. Our offices are on the same.
He's waving.
Where is he? Yeah, thank you.
Give Brad a hand.
Please.
Come on.
Our offices are on the same floor, so we're friendly with each other. And so he said, I'm going to give you a whole sleeve. And so I didn't know what that meant, but he gave me 30 patches. And so after 2 weeks, I was walking and strutting. I could race any one of you. Come on, who wants to challenge me?
I hope you were able to hear that second video. There's a certain technique that I need to do in order to hear it. So I hope you heard it. But in case you didn't, that was a doctor who was leaning over to walk, and she was about to have knee surgery. And another doctor on the same floor as her, offered her to try the patch, gave her a whole 30-day supply. And all of a sudden, this lady was able to stand up and start walking, you guys. She did not have the surgery. She'd never had the knee surgery. So I hope you captured it, and someone is texting me saying, we heard it. Thank you. Look, we're all in this together. We playing team. So thank you for coming on and saying that. But I will say that I hope y'all got that, because this is just incredible. As I said, the testimonies do the work. So you got a variety of things that you heard with, you know, what this patch is doing for people. So now, once again, we have a website called thisisit.info.com. That's going to give you all the information that you need to know, including the case studies, doctor's reviews, or get back with the person that invited you to the call. They can provide even more videos than what you've seen. Now, LifeWave, let me tell you about this company, you guys. This company is a 19-year-old company. And I told you David Smith started inventing patches around almost 20 years ago. And then the company was averaging about 20 million. It had gotten up to about 20 million a year over those 19 years. And over the last 2 or 3 years, it started gradually increasing. You can see this growth curve that starts increasing in the last 2 or 3 years. And now the company, it shows here 320 million in the last 3 years, but now it's over 400 million that the company's done. The company is in over 75 countries. And so we're offering something that's real sophisticated, you guys, very significant, not like a company that has a Me Too product like a weight loss, skincare, or supplement, something that you can get anywhere. What we're wanting to share with you is an opportunity to position yourself for the international expansion that is taking place. And we're inviting you to help us with that. You see how important this patch is, and definitely something that, you know, it's something we need to spread the word on. Okay, so let's talk about what this patch is how important are the things in your life. Okay, what's important in your life? You see several things listed on this screen, like family, time freedom, security. Let's talk about those things. See, as I get older, I see people that are 80 and 90 years old, and now they are depending on their children to take care of them, to drive them to the store, just all those kinds of things. Now, nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to be in a situation where I can't take care of myself. And so that is important, to be around for your family, but also be able to enjoy your family and they enjoy you, rather than seeing you sickly. Okay, time freedom. Be able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it. You know, we only live one life, and to be able to go. I know people that work no exaggeration, 16, 17 hours per day. And they have no free time for their family. I can call them by name. I know them that well. We're offering you something called residual income, so that you will climb up, but the money will continue to come. We're going to be talking about that in a moment. Security. Let's talk about security. Do you know that Congress right now is discussing potentially shutting down Social Security? I'm not, and you know, they don't talk about it every day, but listen, it is real. There are some congressmen and senators, they want it to happen. You don't want to be in a situation where you have no more Social Security coming in. Okay, you have to look out for yourself and being able to travel and do some things. You know, the world is an oyster, and it's out there for us to take advantage of. Now, let me tell you what happens when you decide that you want to partner with us and you want to get one of these sleeves, which I'll explain to you in a moment how to get the sleeve. Isn't this a beautiful packaging? Okay, but what happens when you get one of these sleeves is this. The company allows you to participate in something called a binary compensation plan. We do earn money 4 different ways, but in this demonstration right here, it shows what happens when you introduce it to your sister, and then maybe you introduce it to your brother, and maybe you introduce it to one of your colleagues, and then a classmate from college or something like that. 4 different people will allow you to be what we call a manager in our company. And as long as they have the qualifications that I'm going to share with you in a moment. But that positions you now to start earning up to 25. That's the beginning. This is just the beginning, because guess what's going to happen? A person above you, like a Lester Berry, who had a large team in another company, who knows what he is doing. He's going to be providing spillover to you. And that's, guess what? That means that people that he brings in are going to fall below you. Or maybe somebody on the call like a Erica McQueen, who had a large team in another company. She wasn't playing when she came in. She starts bringing people, they may fall on your right side. You don't know. But what is probably someone that you're connected to that is going to provide those that spillover. Do you realize that every single time anybody, whether you know them or not, you earn money every single time they wear the patch? Think about what I'm saying here. This is the residual income part. Do you know that the lady that was on the Alfirma, the lady who had the testimony about the hot flashes, do you think she's going to stop ordering the patches? Do you think her husband, who has prostate cancer or enlarged, I need to say prostate cancer, enlarged prostate, you think he's going to stop wearing the patch? No, he's not. Every single time these people place these orders, it generates volume. All this volume is accumulated in your binary, meaning whether you know these people or not, if they fall under you, you get paid every month. That's how you start earning all this money. And you may not understand every single thing I'm saying right now, but please understand this is very, very lucrative and very, very serious. This is why we want you to help us do this, you guys. Now, the part that really is exciting is our matching bonus program. There's unlimited income potential. Here's what can happen. You can, let's say if you started sharing this with other people. Let's say I called his name a moment ago, Mr. Lester Berry. Let's say you enroll Lester Berry, and Lester goes out and earns $1,000 this week in the binary. Do you know the company will pay you 25% of what he earns? In other words, you earn $250. But you also may have enrolled someone named Juanita Craft, and she earned $1,000 in the binary, and you made $250 there. You may have enrolled someone named Kelly Fowler. You might have enrolled 10 people and they all made $1,000. You made $250 times 10. Can you imagine $2,500 hitting your bank account in 1 week? It's going to happen. It's happening to some of us right now. And we couldn't see it at first, but it's happening. It is definitely happening because the product is moving so fast, you all. It is moving so fast. As soon as you get off this call, I guarantee you're going to say, how can I get some of these patches? Okay. Then guess what? Lester, Erica, Kelly, all those people, Juanita, all those people, guess what? They're going to start telling people, those people fall on your second level. You earn 20% of what they earn. Suppose it was 100 people, because these people are, let's say they enrolled 10. It's 100 people on your second level. They each made $1,000. That's 100 people. That's $100,000 of volume on your second level. You get 20% of what that is. That's $20,000. Can you believe that you can earn that kind of money? Do you see what I mean about now? All of this is generated by the binary, you guys. This is so exciting, and it keeps going. You get paid 20% on your third level. I hope you understand how lucrative this is. And this is why we wanted you to, again, I want to emphasize the reason you were invited to this call, because we knew that you would get it. You're sharp individuals. Okay. Now, how do you get this patch? I know you couldn't wait to find out. Now, if it turns out after seeing this entire presentation that you decide, well, I just want to try the patch. I just want to use it for myself and my family right now. I just want to try it out. Well, we'll let you, you have access to something called a silver package. That simply means you get 3 sleeves at $100 each for $300. Now, if you decided you didn't want to be part of the binary, see, these packages I'm about to introduce to you, they allow you to participate in the binary and all that spillover that we were talking about. If you decided you just want to be a customer and you want to buy the product right from Lester or whoever invited you to this call, he can give you let you buy one of these for $150 retail. But wouldn't you rather have 3 for $100 each, saving you $150 on those 3? Because they would be $450 if you bought them retail. It makes sense, doesn't it? All right. But if you said, yes, I see what you're talking about. I want to be part of that binary. I know plenty of people that need this pack. Do you know what the gold pack that allows you to get promoted in our company. It gives you $500 worth of product, and they give you another free sleeve of another product. So now you have enough to share with other people. Let's say out of the 30-day supply, you had 6 friends that you wanted to share 5 times 6 is 30. You had 6 friends that you could not wait. You heard of a friend that has hot flashes like Alferma has. You have a friend that has enlarged prostate like her husband's. You want to share those patches with those people because you already know what's going to happen. They're going to get some results. And that gold pack will allow you to share with some people. And I highly recommend, if you're really, really serious and you want to take off running like me and my husband did, and some other people on this call, you want to get that diamond pack. But that's because for people that are really serious. You see, when we heard about this, it was no way that I was going to let my aunt who had Parkinson continue to live like that without me sharing this with her. Okay. It was no way that I was going to let my uncle that had a heart issue to continue in the situation, because there's people on this that are on this call that have had some major issues with their heart, and they no longer have those issues anymore. Their college cardiologist cannot believe it. My husband's cousin in California called us yesterday and said that his doctor cannot believe that the issue he had with his kidney, he says that the situation he was in there, that never happens for that situation to improve. Never does it happen. The doctor want to know, what is he doing? He's using his patch. This is why you got to get this out to people as fast as you can. And the diamond pack allows you to reach a lot of people. We sent 5 patches each to 25 couples. So each couple got 10 of these individual patches, and then 25 individuals as well. So that was another 125 patches. That's why we ended up with the diamond pack, because it also allowed us to have our own patches for 3 months. 2 patches, two 30-day supplies for me and my husband. That's 6. I'm not going to go over the math right now, but just know that once we counted all those up and added our 6 in, it ended up to 19 patches. That's what you get in the diamond pack. 19 package at $84 now. See, you're paying $99 per sleeve over here. So you ever heard of the bundle, like when you get the bundle pack or whatever they call it, when you get the best deal? I always like to go for the best deal. $84 a sleeve. Now, this is what is generating the residual, you guys. The monthly subscription. Remember, I told you, people are not going to want to get off of the subscription because they want to stay healthy. They want to get younger. They don't want to be in the condition that they were in. That's why if they are on the monthly subscription, or if you're on the monthly subscription, all those points that I talked about in the binary, the points that generate the money that you're making, you get to keep those points. You only have to do 1 sleeve to keep your points, but you're limited to only $100 a week. Now, why would you want to be limited to $100 a week when you have access to thousands of dollars a week? That's when you want to get the 2 sleeve auto ship. So now you have 1 for yourself, 1 for your spouse, or 1 to share with others. You're not going to stop sharing the patches just because you ran out. You're going to keep getting these patches. So every time you run into somebody, you have something to share with them. And so keeping this 2 sleeve subscription that we suggest allows you to maximize the comp plan. And that 2 sleeve auto ship is enough for you and your spouse, or sharing with others. We highly recommend you do that. Okay. Now let's talk about how your vision. Do you have a huge vision for what you may want to do with this? And if you do have that vision, it's going to allow you to reach some of the dreams that you have, like traveling the world. By the way, I want you to know, we have a system in place that we will share with you offline that will allow you to accelerate your success in this business that I'm just describing to you. And we will get that information to you. Just raise your hand and ask the person that invited you to the call to share with you the power of 6, an accelerated way to maximize this comp plan. But also I want you to know, we can position you to take those trips that the company is offering, the Greek Isle cruise, as well as the Bora Bora trip. We can help you do that. Go and tell everybody what you heard about tonight. And look, we were looking for you. We want your energy, and we want your enthusiasm and all of the leadership skills that you have. We need you because we have a lot of work to do, and we're very serious about what we're doing. Again, this call is recorded, and the person that invited you to the call can get you a copy if you want to review it again. But thank you so much for your time this evening, and we'll see you soon. Good night.